Hello, everybody. What a wonderful time it is. Here we are after all having been so careful about everything, not that we've stopped because of the pandemic. We survived last year to do 6 concerts. They were all pre-recorded, and I spoke about each of them. Now, we learned a lot from the pre-recording. We learned that what we would lose would be the immediacy in the performance of the audience, because things magical happen when you're playing in front of people. But on the other hand, it gave us a chance, really in terms of my role, to focus on talking about the pieces one by one. So as the season goes on, that's what I'm going to do. But the first thing I want to say is how happy a time it is for all of us. You who are listening wherever you are, and me being right in the thick of it. I want to tell you a little bit about what our plan is in terms of my role. In the old days, I used to come out on stage and talk about the whole program. Some people loved it, some people said I talk too much. Whatever it is, we're moving on from that. I will actually come out on the stage at the beginning of each concert to say just a very few words, but not be giving a verbal program note. It's a great idea, I'm sure, that before people come to a concert, they have a chance to know a little bit about the music they're going to hear. I know that audiences are always very happy about that. And so what we're planning to do is about a week before each concert, on our NEC website, we're going to post my speaking program notes. And so that when those people who come to the concert do arrive, they know what they're listening for. Then the other half of it is that when the concert is all over, we will put together a link, as we did last year, of the live performance interspersed with my words about each piece, so that we can have the best of both worlds. You could know about it in advance if you're coming, and then we're going to have a much more polished video version of it that you can look at later, which will be posted. So that's the first thing I want to tell you. I want to tell you a little bit about how a first Monday season comes about. It comes about because we want, as a group of artists, to present something that conveys certain thoughts and ideas. And by the way, in planning all of these programs, it's not me sitting all alone doing it. I am constantly talking back and forth with many, many artists of our faculty and friends to get ideas. But over the years, one of the things that has impressed me very much is that people are always interested to find a hook to hang the idea of a concert or a concert series on. I've found it very practical over the years to pay attention to anniversaries of composers of the music we play and to feature them in their anniversary year. It could be the anniversary of their birth, or it could be the anniversary of their passing. And this year seemed immediately, when I started to do the research about what happened among composers, to be an amazingly rich year in composers to celebrate. So in the fall season, we have 3 composers that we're celebrating, all, sadly, for the year in which we lost them. The first is Josquin de Prez, who died 500 years ago. The second is Camille Saint-Saëns, who died 100 years ago. And the third is Igor Stravinsky, who died 50 years ago. And in the second half of the season, starting in March, there are 3, but I've chosen to use 2 of them. Scriabin, the great Russian pianist and composer, and Ralph Vaughan Williams, great British composer. And they couldn't be more different from one another, but they're both great masters. And the third one, which I'm going to save for the following fall because it's still the birth year, it's going to be César Franck. So that's the main thing that I found I could build a season on. But the other thing I noticed was so many of these pieces and these composers wrote music for keyboards, mostly the piano. But just about every concert of the whole season features the piano in some way. So it's an interesting overlay of anniversaries and keyboards. And that's really the genesis of this. And as I got more and more into it, more members of the faculty said, why don't you do this? Or do you remember about that piece and whatever? And I'm very, very grateful for all of them for helping us build the season we're about to begin.